Hi everybody, it's Jill again, and it's Saturday the 2nd of May 2020. The download that I received this morning from my guides is about your breath and about your time, and what you're doing with both of them. So here we go. Dearest DNA, what is it that you would like to share with the inhabitants of Earth today? Today, we would like to speak about family and what family means to you all. We would like you to note that time is the most important factor that one can give to another. And what is it that you do with your time? Do you share it with each other, or do you share it with your device? We see many humans together, but they are alone. We see many humans in gatherings, but alone. We see many humans in their homes, but they are separated one from another as they are on their devices. So what is it about the device that is more important than a human interaction? What is it that your device can give you that the human experience cannot? In this current situation, we see the devices are being used more by some, but also less with others. These are what you term Zoom conferences that are taking place across your globe. This is a very fast and efficient way of how the device should be used. It is less time-consuming as there are no other distractions to keep one's attention from that which are usually found in a boardroom or a meeting room. So we say this is when a device is used efficiently. We would like the devices to be placed to one side whilst interacting with loved ones during family times. Humans, it seems, need to have their time set into segments: work, play, sleep, eat. And so we get back to time and what time is. This one broadcasting to you now, last night, spent time listening to her husband's breath. She has been by his side for 38 years. She has spent nearly 150,000 of that time with him and him with her. The other 150,000 hours were when they were sleeping or working, and the extra 32,500 hours when they decided to spend time apart, him through doing his sport or socializing, her going on a trip, him going skiing. So together they have spent over 300,000 hours of their life. These two have chosen to gift each other much of that time in this incarnation to one another. Each breath that you take as a human is a gift to yourself and to others. So, how do you spend the gift of time? Do you steal time for yourself and from yourself by procrastinating? Something I'm very good at. When one procrastinates, one is not living fully in the moment, as one is thinking about what one should be doing. So the joy of that moment gets robbed. So the question is, why would you choose to rob joy from any given moment? The question we would like to pose to humanity today is, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? Are you using it to your best ability? And are you sharing the abilities that you have been gifted? What are you waiting for? How many hours have you lost by not embracing fully who you are? How many hours Have you been something other than what you should be through fear of saying, this is who I am? This is your time, no one else's. This is your time. All are gifted the same amount of hours every day. None receive more, none receive less. However, not all of you are gifted the same amount of days, months, or years. So the question is, how much time do you have? You have this very moment, do you not? And how are you choosing to spend it? For we say spend as time holds value. This one reading this to you discovered last night by watching her husband's breathing how much he had spent on her. How truly valuable she was to him. How so many of his hours and his breaths had been spent on working to provide for her and their 2 sons. She had tears of gratitude for him as she gently watched him sleep, and her throat and her chest tightened with emotion as it filled with love. She thought about all the hours that she had given in return by cleaning and cooking and washing and ironing and working and loving him and their sons. She had not really thought about what it meant to go to work each day, other than to provide what was necessary for the family. But last night, she really thought about the commitment that it took and the team effort to raise a family and the time that was given to each task. So now we return to your device. We would like you to, in the evenings, start to turn off all the devices for the day. Spend this time as family time, be it only for yourself or with loved ones. Have human interaction. Show love, gratitude, and appreciation for yourself and each other. Hear what is in their hearts and what their joys and tribulations are, and listen to your own. Shut them not down in preference for a small or large device, be it the TV, the computer, or the iPhone or the iPad. Please note, the pad and the phone starts with I. So why do they call it an iPhone or an iPad? Special times need to be factored in for yourself and your family as you would a meeting at work. If you do not gift time to each other, then what do you have? We say there are more and more communication problems within, and therefore they do not come out. You as a race, as a human race, have never been more connected, but yet you are so disconnected. It is time to unplug from the artificial and plug into the human aspect, because this is where your riches lie. This pandemic has reunited many with each other in their bubbles. There have been many heart reconnections during this time. We wish for this to continue once you are restored to your busyness. But we wish for you all to remember that your true business is that you are a vibrant human. Do not get lost in artificial times. These devices are robbing you of your breathing moments for yourself and your loved ones. This one noticed her husband's breathing in the stillness of the night, when neither were connected to an artificial source. When one is connected to the exterior, one cannot see the interior of another and the gifts that in your close proximity go unnoticed. So, shut down your devices and notice who or what is breathing close to you. Yours is the closest breath, so make it count. So I thought this was really beautiful time to remember to reconnect with yourself and others, and how many families are spending time with their children, true quality time for the first time, maybe in those entire children's lives. How many husbands and wives and lovers and friends are reconnecting and gifting themselves, which is their time. Procrastination. I'm excellent at procrastinating, and I am going to give myself a little talking to. This has bucked me up and made me realize that I spend far too much time on my device, too much time away from my husband. And yes, I use it to connect to you so that you can hear me today. But I'm going to now put it down for the rest of the day and do something old-fashioned, like reading a book, going for a walk, giving my husband a love, making a cup of tea, doing some baking, anything that we can just get off these devices. So thank you for listening. I hope that you guys have a fabulous weekend, and go and listen to your breath. Realize that this breath has been gifted to you. So now what are you going to do with it? Can't wait to hear from you all. Lots of love. Cheers.